is Althea Gobble, and this is a Demi Colour tutorial. These colorful little tins right here to where I'm only going to place color where I need color. This works on color theory. It is super light. You do not feel it on the skin. It's undetectable on the skin. Lasts all day, never creases. It does everything you wished your makeup could do. First, I'm going to work on toning the skin. It's all about color theory. So blue and orange are opposite colors, so they cancel out each other. So anywhere I have shadow, which has excess blue, I am going to use some orange to help with that excess shadow, so it doesn't look as ashy. Done a whole lot is kind of like stain. Now we're going to sculpt, showing off structure. So it's going to use the same concept since I have hyperpigmentation and shadowing there from hollowness. I'm going to use orange to counteract the blue in the shadow and a little bit of the red sculpt to help with hyperpigmentation. And I'm just going to dip into both and let's kill two birds with one stone. And I'm just going to accentuate that cheekbone and add a little bit of warmth there. Now I'm going to sculpt out my eyes using these same colors, but I'm going to add in a violet, NV violet, and I just want to enhance this natural shadow that I have. I just wanted a little more. See how it lifted and opened up my eye? I just want a little more color there. And then I'm going to use the orange that I used, the NO sculpt, just kind of build out there where I have some sagginess out there in eye roots, which is shadow. Anything with wrinkles and sagginess and hollowness is going to have shadow in it, and anything with shadow is going to have excess blue. So orange cancels blue. I'm going to take just a little here and enhance a little color there, plus at the same time it's canceling out the blue that I had underneath my eyes. Now I'm ready for some cheek color. For cheek color, I'm going to use something that adds some color to my cheeks because I do not have any color in my cheeks. With Demi Colour, if you already have these beautiful blushing in your cheeks, then use it to your advantage. I wouldn't cover it up. I would just maybe, if you have some dark points in it, kind of cancel that out with the edits. But I don't have any color in my cheeks. I do have some hyperpigmentation, some large pores, so that's excess blue, and I definitely have some hyperpigmentation, which would be excess green, so blue greens. I'm going to do some things to counteract that with some red. Red and green cancel each other, and with some orange, because orange and blue cancel out each other. Orange red 7 to help counteract that. So I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use a little here to kind of round out my cheek to give me a little life. I'm going to use a violet, a red violet color, which I'm pretty yellow there with some faint hyperpigmentation there that's kind of yellow green. So some of that yellow green will, this red violet, red canceling the green, and the violet of some of that yellowness will help counteract that as well, and it just kind of gives me a nice youthful cheek. Now I'm going to filter out color using these little brights right here. First, same rule of thumb. Anything with excess color, blue. If it's in a shadow part, blue. But if it has hyperpigmentation along with it and it has that muddy color along with it, so that's a blue-green. If it's just straight up muddy hyperpigmentation, that's green. So to counter out green, we need red, and to counter out the blue, we need orange. So I'm gonna work with those two colors to help filter out. Right in here, you can see that's just a couple of points. So it's got purple in it. And so I just take just the smallest amount of yellow along with orange, called Y01, a yellow orange. Together, they're taking care of each other. So then this other that doesn't look that dark, I can now focus on what that is. And so this is definite blue with some hyperpigmentation in it, and that's very green looking. So green, red, so I'm gonna use a red edit. And totally filtered that away. Kind of little green, just move it around in there. So this is a definite, got hyperpigmentation in it, which is very common for us for sun damage. So right in here, and it's in a hollow point, so it's gonna have shadow. So I'm gonna use a red, and I'm going to, for the pigmentation, which is very green, and then I'm using the orange. So I've got a red O, red, orange, 3, and you see how it just kind of disappears. Okay, right in here, do you see how that's much more green, much more muddy looking? So I'm just definitely going to continue, because this is in a hollow point where I have some wrinkles. So I'm going to continue, it just disappears, using the red and the orange 3, just in those little points. Do you see how much brighter that is? I mean, right here in this little spot here, and this is in the fatty part of it, it makes it very more prominent. That is more green. It's very typical right here where blood ends up pooling up on our eyes. So green, see, it just melted away. So anything like that, this is like a green. I'm using straight up red. It's like a little pink color like this. It's called red R1. I'm out here to a spot that's much darker. It says it has more color in it, so it's darker than everything else. Assume it's got blue in it. If it's just a rule of thumb, if it's darker than everything else, you see it just disappears. So here right in the nose, I have broken capillaries. So broken capillaries have like blood flow in them, so it gives a purple appearance to it. So what cancels purple is yellow. So I'm using a yellow orange. Now this little pigmentation bothers me mainly because I have large pores there, so it shows off the large pores. So again, I'm going to use, since it's a freckle, a green spot, I need a red in it for the green part, and I need the orange for the shadowed pore part. I have a really large pore there. Watch what happens. I'm going to take this color 03. Pores are shadowed. So shadows are blue. So my nose, where I have these larger pores, I'm just putting a little bit of orange, wiggling it around in there into those pores. It just disappears. Okay, if you have like veins, see that large right there? I have hyperpigmentation. This is very green, muddy looking. I don't have that over here, but this is kind of very green, dark, and then I have the age spots there. So here I'm just going to use some orange for the shadow. See, it came down and made a shadow. And now I'm going to use some of the red, because this is not in the shadow part, and you can see it just disappeared. Have a green where the veins show through just a little bit. So I'm just going to do a simple little stain of some red one right there to help filter out the veins that are underneath there and balance that color out just a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit of the orange right at my lash line. I have a lot of excess color there at the lash line, so I'm using the 07. Okay, I took red and went down through here, taking some violet, sculpt, just kind of accentuating. So a lot of lines around my mouth, so that is shadow. And so I have some freckles in there and a little red spot. So we're gonna filter those away because they are distractions, and it takes away from the line around my lip that kind of makes them look a little more full. So I'm going to use the red, orange, 3. Red for the hyperpigmentation, orange for the shadows of the wrinkles. And now I'm going to take care of some dark spots in my lips. So I'm going to use some red orange. Dark meaning they're blue. I'm going to take the red violet. Just kind of enhance my natural lip color, which has some purple in it. All done. So if you're interested in Demi and knowing which palette would work best for you or which colors you could use to incorporate into your routine, just let me know. You can message me, you can email me at outtheagobble@gmail.com, or you can go to outtheagobble.demicolour.com and go ahead and look at the bundles. Let me know if you need any help, or if you need help with colors, you can go to my color match form, yes.outthematchme.com, and I'll be glad to help you. Please join me in all of my platforms at YouTube, just Out The Gobble. You can go to Facebook, The Niche. I have a Facebook page there, and I also have a private VIP group for my customers and potential customers customers, so let me know and I can send you a link as well. And follow me on IG at Meet Althea. Thank you so much.